Hey everybody, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's The Oval, Season 3, Episode 13, The Command Performance. And we know who that was about. That was about Victoria's performance in last week's episode. But before we get started, shout out to everybody in my comment section for holding my channel down. And if you have not as of yet subscribed to my channel, please take a moment right now and subscribe. Hit that little subscribe button, then hit the notification bell next to it, and it'll let you know every time I upload another video. That's right. And then I'm going to ask you to hit the like button, the little thumbs up, and then I'm going to ask you to write a comment down below, and then share my video and help my channel grow. Now that we got that all out of the way, let's talk about this dry episode, because it really was dry to me. I hope I'm not alone with this one. And sadly to say, and maybe I'm a little sick and twisted, y'all. Maybe Barbie J a little sick and twisted, but my favorite part was the ending. And that's a daggone shame. That's a daggone shame. But Kareem works my nerves, so maybe I don't know. But let me go through this quick, because usually these boring episodes, I seem to go long with the review to try to make something out of it that wasn't there. Try to make it sound exciting, It starts with Donald and Victoria in the office after her fake fainting, and she's like, "How was I? Was I good? We are not leaving this White House, you know." So she asked Donald, "Did I come across as a caring mother?" And he was like, "I was strangely convinced." I don't know. And she's like, "Are you being sarcastic?" He's like, "No, ma'am." I was like, "Yes, the heck he is." I'm like, "Give me a break." And then she started with the craziness again about him being gay and stuff, and I was getting turned off. "Don't be jealous. You want to be me." He's like, "I don't want to be you. Please believe me. And you can't have my husband. He doesn't want you. He does have a high sex drive, but he prefer women." He said, "Believe me, I don't want your husband." I ain't lie about that. He's sticking that thing in any and everybody that comes around. Please, who would want that? So she's like, "Don't ever question me again." And he said, "Ma'am, if this works out, I won't." Because she remember last week he questioned her what she was about to do. So she starts putting him down again, and Alan down, asking, "Where's the little boy that works for you?" And you probably be looking at him too and want him, and all this craziness. And he's like, "Ma'am, this is highly unprofessional, what you're doing here." And she's like, "I don't care." And she do a couple of, she said, "I gotta pick out a dress now that says I'm I'm in pain. I'm a sad mother. I gotta find a outfit. Oh, maybe I'll call your wife." "Oh, that's right. You don't know where she is." Talking about Lily. "You don't know where she is." He's like, "Ma'am, can I get the door for you so you could go?" And I was like, right. Anyway, then they showing Barry and Richard. They come in the house and they discussing, what's going on with Sharon, and he wants to know, but Richard keeps telling Barry, "You don't need to know. I'm not telling you anything. It's for your own good. Come on, Dad. Come on." And it seemed like he is concerned, but because his father knows he's a hothead like Kareem, that's why he won't tell him nothing. He said, "But what about Sharon? I mean, especially after what happened to Denise, what about Sharon?" He's like, "Sharon gonna be okay. Don't worry, she gonna be okay. I'm talking to Sam about it. Don't worry about it." Then Nancy starts calling them to watch what's on the news about the Jason jumping off the roof of the White House, and then she tells Richard that she did talk to Priscilla, and Priscilla told her everything, and that maybe he should, that she's not going nowhere. She's going to be at work each day. And she said, "Maybe you should suspend her." I said, "Say what, Nancy? That's your damn friend. You telling your husband to suspend her?" He said, "Well, I'm not her boss." "Well, if you're not her boss, how was you able to send her home that day? Go home. Go talk to Nancy. Go do this. You act like you were her boss." So she said, "Well, what you going to do? Why can't you just go to her boss?" He said, "That wouldn't be wise." She said, "So you just going to wait until she hurts someone?" But I'm like, who is her boss? Is Sam her boss? Is that when he said, that wouldn't be wise, I was wondering if her boss was Sam. Was he over them? Anyway, then they go and show Sam. He goes down there to talk to Kyle, and Kyle, he yelling, "You better let me out of here now. You better let me out of here. I ain't saying ish to you, man." He said, "No, I want to talk to you. I ain't saying nothing. You're going to jail, man. This is kidnapping. You're going to jail." He said, "I happen to have you here on a federal warrant signed by the vice president. He doesn't have any power. He said, "Well, yes, he does. You're stupid. Just wait until Donald finds out. Where's Donald? Does Donald know I'm here?" "The chief of staff does not know you're here." "Oh, you're going to be, you just wait till he finds it. He's going to realize I'm missing, and he's going to come looking for me." He said, "Well, you're awfully comfortable with him." He said, "That's right, because I'm effing him." I said, no. I said, I couldn't believe it. Yes, he did. He said, "That's right." He said, "Come again?" He said, "That's right, I'm effing him." That's what he always says to me. He said, "Well, then that explains a lot." I said, "Okay, Sam." Sam put his hands up like, "Hey, that explains a lot. I ain't got nothing to say. That's you. Do your thing." He was like, "Hey, I don't even care. That's your business." But Kyle still was like, this some BS. Get me up out of here." He said, "No, I just want to ask you some questions." He said, "Why? So you could use them against me and stuff. Anything I say will be used against me." He said, "That is true." He said, "I just want to know why you shot agents Max and Uma." And he was like, I don't think he didn't tell him why he shot him or anything. Kyle was just calling him stupid and telling him how things work in the White House to make Sam feel stupid because he doesn't understand, he claims. And then he threatened Sam and he said, "When I get out of here, and I will get out of here, you, that wife of yours, and everything you love," he said, "Hey, be careful there. Everything you love is going to regret the day that you met me." He going to get him. He going to kill him. I don't know. He just went on and on. And Sam said, "You know what?" He said, "Bye." He left and told him good night, and "Let me out of here," he's yelling. So that went that way. This is the stupid part, which they knew they shouldn't have told Kareem. But here's Dale, Sharon, oh no, was it Dale, Sharon? And then they get home to Kareem's house, and they sitting down, they come from the pharmacy, right? And Dale gets a call from Donald asking, "Is he there?" He's like, "Excuse me, is he there?" "Who is this?" "I know he's there with you." And he's like, "Oh, no, he's not here. He's not here." First he goes, "Who's this?" Then he knows automatically who it is. Who are you talking about? "No, he's not here. He's not here. I haven't seen him Oh, when you say you haven't seen him, that means he's there. I haven't spoken to him. Or he's there, Donald is crazy. He is whipped by Kyle. Kyle must be laying it on him. I'm telling you, like, what? So he hangs up, and Sharon asks Dale, "Is it him?" And he says, "Yes." And Kareem's like, "Who? Who's that?" And Dale tells who it was. The chief of staff. He's having sex. He I don't know how he said it, but basically he's lovers and he's obsessed with this agent Kyle and stuff. And Kareem's like, "What?" Yep. And so they tell him everything that's going on. And Sharon says, "Yeah, he's telling the truth." And he said, "How do you know?" And she's like, "Well, that's the same agent that came to the store and kidnapped him. It took me to the Oval Office and stuff." And Kareem was like, "What?" He's like, I don't believe it." They said, "We know it sounds crazy, but it's true." And I'm sitting there going, "Don't tell him he's a hothead. Don't tell him he's a hothead." But they wouldn't listen to me. I was yelling at the TV. They just wouldn't listen to me. I was like, "Please don't tell Kareem." But anyway, so Kareem's like, "I need a drink." He keeps asking questions and he said, "So we're all in danger and stuff?" And they're like, "Yeah." He said, "No, I need a drink." So he said, "We need to go to the police." But both Dale and Sharon are telling him that's the worst thing you could do. You can't do that. And they are very dangerous. "Are y'all scared?" "Yes. And you should be too. You can't go there." And they're insisting about it. He's like, "You know what? I need to go for a walk. I need some air. I need to go walk and clear my head." So he goes for a walk to clear his head. as he called, and Sharon kept telling, why, where you going? Stay here. Don't go out. And he leaves anyway, and Dale goes, I shouldn't have told him. And she said, I told you. He's like, shit, or damn, whatever he said. I was like, don't y'all know who he is? Damn. Then they show this scene, which is starting to wear on my nerves, is that with Alonzo and Alan, and he's trying to convince Alonzo that Victoria killed Ellie. They watched the news and they saw the thing about Jason. So Alonzo's like, you know what? I need to go. I'm going home to my girl. But before leaving, he gives Alan that piece that he was carrying on his hip, and then heads out. And I'm sitting there, told I better not see it. Asked him when he's coming back to work and stuff, and he's like, I don't know. Well, I better not see you with it or something. I'm saying, well, how you gonna give him his piece, your piece that you carry? That must not be the job piece for Secret Service. That must be a personal piece, because that don't make sense that he gave it to Alan. So y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about that, because that was strange to me. They show Eli and Simone. They're home talking. She's trying to get him to come to bed. He can't sleep because of the people, wanting to interview with them and what they saw evil Victoria do on TV and lie, and they're going to believe her. And he feels nervous now that they're going to be in trouble. And it's just one thing after another, because she lied to the reporters and to the United States citizens, the nation, because I think it was all over the news, right? So Simone is telling him people are not going to believe them, and she said the issue is people are not asking the right question, because if her son was troubled, how come she didn't get him help when she knew it? So she said that's the question people need to be asking, and I'll make sure that they start doing that, asking that question. Why didn't she get her son some help when she knew there was a problem? She said, don't worry, honey. We will prevail. You will be the next president. She said, that low down, dirty biatch threatened our children. I ain't going to forget that. Now, let's go to bed, honey. They got Lily and Bobby in bed together. She wakes up having a nightmare. And, and she's like, I need some air. And she's going to go to the window. And Bobby's trying to tell her not to go to the window. Don't go through the window. And Max is like, is everything okay in there? And, and she's like, oh, I don't understand this. This is crazy. I can't believe he did that to me. I thought he was the one. I thought this, she's doing all this talking. And Max is like, oh, come on. Can y'all be quiet in there? Why I got to be listening to this? Y'all in there writing a damn romance novel? I started laughing. I said, okay. And she was like, he was supposed to be the one, but then I wouldn't have met you, and da-da-da-da. I was like, you damn right about that one. That's like a romance novel. He said, I'm trying to sleep, and I don't want to hear it. So she kept saying she just needs some air, and he's telling her to come back to bed and all that stuff. And she's like, why don't go near the window? He said, for your safety. You're here with me and Max. You're okay. Then it went back to Kareem and his dumb ass. Oh, Jesus Christ, superstar. Kareem goes to the precinct. Now, I can't even talk about Kareem now. I'm going to save him for last. They got Donald goes to the hospital to speak with Hunter. And Jason's in there looking jacked up. I mean, totally jacked up. And they discuss how Victoria spun the incident on the TV, and that Eli and Simone, what Eli and Simone told the reporters, So Donald asked Hunter asked if what Victoria did was working, and Donald said it was. He said, but she gave up your son. Yeah, he said she gave up my son, gave up Jason. But she had to give up somebody. That boy need help. She want to get him locked up. She don't give a damn about that child. And why shouldn't you give him up? He done killed all them people. You rather the people think you killed them? Anyway, Hunter's a little dumb himself. But of course, they talking about it, and Victoria comes in, and she says the president is sitting by his son. He's like, sir, you want to go back home? No, I'm going to stay. You want to go back to the White House? That's what it was. He said, no, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here with my son. And that's when Victoria came and talked about, of course he going to stay here by his son's side, because all those nurses in there, didn't you see it? She said, he going to make a move. He might not make one yet, but he gonna make a move with all them tits and ass around, He was like, yeah, and we in a hospital, maybe they could do something with your tits and ass, T and A. So he tells Victoria to go back to the White House. And she said, I can't. I have to sit and act concerned for this nation. Is this a daggone shame? She is a piece of work, a pitiful parent, any more P's can I do? A pathetic, I don't know. She's a mess. So anyway, they start talking and doing their little arguing thing. And Donald's like, let me get out of here. He's trying to leave. And she's asking, where you going? He said, no, I'm going to go right in the waiting area. She said, what you need to do is go find out why the VP is so in love with your wife. He seems to think that she's on your side. So he must have mentioned the chief of staff's wife or something. Must have mentioned Lily while he was up there on the podium. I don't recall it, but obviously he must have. We got Sam. Sam went back to his house with Priscilla, and Priscilla comes in like, what the hell you doing here, Sam? I changed the locks. He's like, you know who I am. She said, so you just gonna keep picking the locks and stuff? He was like, look, I ain't got time for this today, Scylla. He said, I'm staying in my house. Well, go ahead. Go on upstairs, make yourself comfortable. She going on acting, crazy and stuff, I don't want to say ghetto, but she just acting like she pissed. She's still pissed. She said, well, you're not going to be in our bed. That's right. You're not going to go up there. She said, go make yourself comfortable and see how well you sleep or something like that. He said, well, I'm going to go in the guest room. She said, well, that ain't going to save you. She said, I should have shot you when you walked in. I had to write because I thought you were breaking in, I said, oh, my God. I think she had a glass of wine in her hand, too, at the same time. She's just done, really still done. And I think I would be, too. You gonna sleep with the first lady, didn't come home, think you getting in bed with me? I don't think so. So let's go back to Kareem now. Kareem goes to the precinct. He's telling him he's going for a walk, but he's trifling stupid behind. Didn't listen to both Sharon and Dale, and he goes to the precinct to report Sharon's kidnapping, but tells them that she's back home safe. And the guy is looking at him, the police officer is like, are you okay? Like, what kind of drugs are you taking? He's like, what kind of drugs? And he's like, I'm not taking any drugs. So he's asking, could he speak to his sergeant? He said, oh, you want to speak to my sergeant? Okay. And then the officer said, hey, I remember you. You're that guy, you Kareem, you the one that owned the pharmacy. He's like, yeah, how you know? He said, I took your statement that time when you was assaulted. He said, oh, yeah. He said, look, you know what? Come in this room. Let's go in this room, because this is such a sensitive matter. He's told him, I'm going on break. That's what the officer said. And he brings Kareem in that room. While Kareem's in that room, they show Grip is at the hospital with Donald, and he's saying he's sorry, and Donald's like, about what? And he explains what happened, that he was with the first son when he jumped off the roof, and he tells all the details. So he said, I'm going to resign in the morning. I'm going to resign. And Donald said, no, don't resign. And he asks him to find Kyle. He said, do me a favor. Find Kyle for me, Agent Kyle. I've been looking for him, blah, blah, blah. But didn't Grip know that Sam had him taken away? That's why I was shocked that Grip didn't say anything, because he was right there. He was the one that was going to unloosen the handcuffs when Sam told him no. So I was sure Grip was going to use that moment, Agent Grip or whatever, was going to use that moment to tell him, but he didn't. So I was pleasantly surprised and glad he didn't. We need to drag this on a little bit. So then Grip's phone rings, and it's the DC police talking about they have somebody named Kareem there saying that the president kidnapped his girlfriend. I said, this dumb mother effer. He's a dumb A. He a dumb everything. Dumb at should be written all over his forehead. He need to have it tattooed all over his body. Stupid. He's stupid. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's what he is. And he tells Donald, and Donald was like, what? My question is, why are the DC police calling Grip? Why wasn't they calling Sam? Sam's the head of the Secret Service. Why were they calling Grip? If anybody knows that one, let me know down in the comment section too. And so Donald said, look, do me a favor, handle it, and then go find Agent Kyle. I said, handle it? He didn't tell him what to do. He just said, handle it. That must mean something in Secret Service code. And so he goes down there, Grip goes down there, walks in the room, and asks Kareem, okay, what's up? I heard you were talking about the president. He's like, yeah, so what was you saying? He goes, what? Why are you dressed like that? And he was like, What do you mean? He's like, where's your uniform? He's like, this is my uniform. Kareem's like, wait a minute. Are you a police officer? He said, no, I'm Secret Service. And he said, he started pulled out them gloves and started putting them away. He said, oh no, hey, I think I made a mistake. Hey, I made a mistake. He said, oh yeah, I'll say you did. I said, oh my God. And he puts the gloves on. And Kareem started trying to say, wait, help. Looking at that police officer for help. The police officer ducked up out of there and said, deuces, peace, closed the door. And Grip went up to his mount. I think Grip just going to put him in a sleeper hold. I don't think he going to kill him. I think he's going to put him in sleeper hole, and I think he's going to be the one that has that, when they show scenes for next episode, you see somebody that had a bag over their head. They didn't know where they were going. I have a feeling they're going to take him to the White House. That's what I really think is going to happen to Kareem. He is such a dummy. Don't listen to nobody. Got to do what he got to do. Well, anyway, y'all, that was how the episode went. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comment section. Like I said, it was pretty slow to me, and I'll see you in the next video. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.